Welcome to CrimeDoc channel. Today we embark on an exploration of one of the most intriguing criminal cases of our time, the case of Kristen Rossum. Kristen Rossum was an ordinary woman working as a pharmacist. However, her name became widely known following a tragic event involving her husband, Greg DeVillers. Greg was found dead in their home, marking the beginning of a series of events that would unravel the mystery surrounding his death and Kristen's involvement in it. Kristen Rossum and Greg DeVillers appeared to have a picture-perfect marriage. They were a young couple, seemingly in love and building a life together. However, as we delve deeper into their relationship, cracks begin to emerge. Despite outward appearances, there were underlying tensions and conflicts brewing beneath the surface. Reports suggest that Kristen and Greg's marriage was far from idyllic, with rumors of infidelity and disagreements circulating among friends and family. As investigators unraveled the layers of their relationship, it became evident that there was more to their marriage than met the eye. The dynamics between Kristen and Greg would play a crucial role in understanding the events that transpired leading up to Greg's tragic death. Now, let's delve into the role of pharmaceuticals in the case of Kristen Rossum. Kristen Rossum worked as a pharmacist, a profession that would prove to have significant implications in the events surrounding her husband's death. It was revealed that Kristen had access to potent drugs, including fentanyl, a powerful opioid painkiller. Fentanyl, known for its potency and potential for abuse, played a central role in the unfolding tragedy. Evidence indicated that traces of fentanyl were found in Greg DeVillers' system, raising suspicions of foul play. The presence of this drug opened a Pandora's box of questions. How did fentanyl end up in Greg's body? Was it accidental, or was it administered intentionally? These questions would become focal points in the investigation, shedding light on Kristen's access to and potential misuse of pharmaceutical substances. Greg DeVillers was found dead in his home under suspicious circumstances, sending shockwaves through his community and sparking a complex investigation into his death. Initial reports indicated that Greg's passing was not due to natural causes but rather the result of foul play. Upon further examination, forensic evidence revealed alarming findings. Traces of fentanyl, a potent opioid, were detected in Greg's system. This discovery raised immediate red flags, leading authorities to question how fentanyl, a highly controlled substance, could have made its way into Greg's body. The circumstances surrounding Greg's death painted a grim picture, hinting at the possibility of murder rather than a tragic accident. As investigators pieced together the timeline of events leading up to Greg's demise, they uncovered a web of deceit, betrayal, and hidden motives lurking beneath the surface. As the investigation progressed, suspicion quickly turned towards Kristen Rossum, Greg's wife, whose background as a pharmacist raised eyebrows. The presence of fentanyl in Greg's system pointed to possible foul play, leading authorities to focus their attention on Kristen's potential involvement in her husband's death. The legal proceedings that followed were marked by intense scrutiny and media attention. Kristen Rossum found herself at the center of a high-profile trial, facing charges related to Greg's death. Prosecutors presented compelling evidence linking Kristen to the crime, including testimony from expert witnesses and damning forensic analysis. Despite her attempts to refute the allegations, Kristen's defense ultimately crumbled under the weight of overwhelming evidence. In the end, she was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. From the moment Greg's body was discovered, law enforcement agencies sprang into action, launching a comprehensive investigation to uncover the truth behind his untimely demise. Forensic experts meticulously examined the crime scene, collecting evidence and piecing together crucial clues that would shed light on the circumstances surrounding Greg's death. As investigators delved deeper into the circumstances surrounding Greg DeVillers' death, one question loomed large: what could have driven Kristen Rossum, a seemingly ordinary woman, to commit such a heinous act? Rumors and speculation swirled, painting a complex portrait of the dynamics within Kristen and Greg's marriage. Reports suggested underlying tensions and conflicts, including rumors of infidelity and financial strain, which cast a shadow over their once seemingly idyllic relationship. Some speculated that Kristen's professional background as a pharmacist may have played a role, providing her with access to potent drugs and potentially motive for foul play. The discovery of fentanyl in Greg's system raised suspicions of intentional poisoning, further fueling speculation about Kristen's involvement. As the investigation unfolded, prosecutors argued that Kristen had a clear motive for murder, financial gain, and a desire to escape a troubled marriage. They presented evidence suggesting that Kristen stood to benefit from Greg's death, including claims of life insurance policies and inheritances. The ripple effects of Greg DeVilliers' tragic death reverberated far beyond the confines of the courtroom, leaving an indelible mark on all those touched by the events surrounding this case. For Kristen Rossum, the consequences were severe. She was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, marking the culmination of a legal battle that spanned years. Her once promising future was irrevocably altered by the choices she made, serving as a cautionary tale of the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and betrayal. For the families and loved ones of Greg DeVilliers, the pain of his loss lingers on, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment with those we hold dear. Beyond the personal tragedies, the case of Kristen Rossum sparked important conversations about the role of pharmaceuticals in society and the need for greater oversight and regulation. It shed light on the dangers of prescription drug abuse and the devastating impact it can have on individuals and their families. From the moment news of Greg DeVilliers' death broke, the case captured the attention of the media and the public alike. The combination of a seemingly perfect couple, a pharmaceutical angle, and allegations of murder created a recipe for sensational headlines and gripping television coverage. The public was drawn to the case, eagerly following every twist and turn as it unfolded in the courtroom. Speculation ran rampant, fueled by sensationalized news reports and true crime documentaries that delved into the darkest corners of the human psyche. The case of Kristen Rossum became more than just a legal proceeding. It morphed into a cultural phenomenon, inspiring books, movies, and even academic studies. It served as a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers lurking behind closed doors and the fragile nature of trust in relationships. But amidst the sensationalism and media frenzy, it's important to remember the human cost of this tragedy. Behind the headlines and courtroom drama were real people whose lives were forever changed by the events of that fateful day. Let's now examine the intense public interest and widespread notoriety that surrounded the case of Kristen Rossum. After being found guilty of murder, Kristen Rossum's life took a dramatic turn. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, marking the end of a legal saga that had gripped the nation for years. For Kristen, the reality of her fate sank in as she adjusted to life behind bars. Stripped of her freedom and separated from society, she was left to grapple with the consequences of her actions and the weight of her choices. In prison, Kristen faced a new set of challenges as she navigated the complexities of life as an inmate. She was forced to confront the repercussions of her crime on a daily basis, surrounded by reminders of the life she had once known. But even as Kristen served her sentence, questions lingered about her true role in Greg DeVilliers' death. Some continued to speculate about potential accomplices or overlooked evidence, while others accepted the verdict as final, believing justice had been served. The case of Kristen Rossum serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of human relationships and the destructive power of hidden motives and secrets. It underscores the importance of open communication and honesty in fostering healthy relationships, and the dangers that can arise when trust is betrayed. Additionally, the case sheds light on the broader societal issues surrounding prescription drug abuse and addiction. It highlights the need for greater awareness, education, and regulation to combat the misuse of pharmaceuticals and prevent further tragedies from occurring. Moreover, the public interest and media frenzy surrounding the case of Kristen Rossum raise important questions about the role of sensationalism in our justice system. It prompts us to consider the impact of media coverage on the fairness and impartiality of legal proceedings and the ethical responsibilities of journalists and media outlets in reporting on high-profile cases. Ultimately, the case of Kristen Rossum serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the complex interplay between love and betrayal, truth and deception, and the enduring quest for justice in the face of tragedy. Join us as we continue to explore the intricacies of the human experience through the lens of true crime, shedding light on the darkness that lurks within us all and the enduring search for truth and redemption. Thank you for joining us on this journey.